gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I am cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day. 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 I'm gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I am cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day. Forget this day. I'll never forget this day. I'll never forget this day. I'm gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I am cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's
Good morning. It's Matty Making Music Live here on the Matty Making Music live stream. I've said live and Matty Make Music several times just now, just to emphasize the point. It's Friday. It's Feedback Friday, baby. Let's go. If you got music you want me to listen to live here on stream, send it in. DM me at Matty Making Music on IG or mattymakingmusic@gmail.com. Go ahead and email that over to me, and we'll take a listen to your music. I hope you guys are feeling good. It's Friday. We got the weekend coming up. Who's got weekend plans? Anybody in the chats? Got weekend plans? Let me know. Let me know how you're feeling. I got a session today and 2 sessions tomorrow, so already starting to get the wheels turning. So we're gonna be getting this going for a little bit, and then I need to get ready for that later session. Actually, not that later. It's at 12, so probably be on here for an hour or so, if that. And then I gotta get ready for my recording session. But I really like the green. I think green looks nice. It's kind of nice. Feels like I'm in the Matrix. That's Neo dodging the bullets. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, dude. All right. Yeah, if you guys got music you want to send over to me, you could send it to my email, mattymakinmusic@gmail.com, or DM me at IG. Should I put a little note in the chats? I should. Let's put these in the chat so people can see it. Haxy baby, yeah, like me.
When you're restless, when you're fun, 'cause you're desperate. Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure? Oh, my city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps.
Haxy, what's up? How are we feeling? How's it looking? How's the stream looking? Is it looking pretty good? It's not too chops. We were doing some tests yesterday. Your lovely better half was in here, and she said it looked pretty good. So yeah, we made some changes on the OBS settings. Stuff got a little crazy, and then I was able to figure it out. Because we're trying to see if we can get the video right before it even goes up to the internet. Because I think some stuff was happening there as well. So I think we're in good shape, though. I think we're in real good shape.
Here we are, all the freaks and believers, all the sweet neon dreamers.
And you can hear the background music. The background music, Haxy, should be dropping out as I'm talking. And then when I stop talking, the music comes back. How cool is that? Because I was watching back a stream from the other day. I was like, oh, my voice is a little drowned out by the music. So I set up so every time I talk, the music will drop in volume. And then when I stop, how cool is that? It's pretty fun. Background music is coming back and going soft with perfection, bro. Great. That's what we wanted. It's carefully calculated for your viewing experience. You like that? Yeah, baby. Yeah, it's Feedback Friday, though. So if you got some music you want me to listen to, emails in the chat, and my IG is in the chat, so you could DM it over to me as well. So you have both options to do that, okay? Had a ton of Filipino food last night. It was amazing. Went over to my cousin's house, and her mom and dad just cooked up a storm. It was so good. We had kare-kare. We had barbecue, like Filipino style barbecue. We had pancit. What else do we have? Leche flan. Those were the big dishes. Yeah. It was off the chain. Yeah. So good eats last night. Good eats all week, honestly, because I was at my cousin's in Temecula. Down by you, Haxie. I tried for the first time ube flan. Ooh, that sounds good. From Red Ribbon. I would like to try an ube flan. Feels like ube's gotten into a lot of different foods lately. You ever notice that? There's this spot called Cafe 86. You guys have one of those down there, Hax? Cafe 86? You and Day should maybe check it out. There's some nice little Filipino treats, snacks, and then they got some Filipino-inspired coffees and drinks. I don't know if they have that down there. If they don't, kind of close to where you guys are staying is a Cafe 86, so we could drop there. Oh, yeah, bring that, dude. Can you just bring a second one just for me? Thank you. Thank you. Never heard of it. Okay, maybe when you guys are up here, we'll go there. Or we can pick up and bring it back. You know what I mean? All right, man. The people are rushing in with their songs, huh? I've done this a couple times before, and people are crazy over these days. I had people like mad at me because I didn't have enough time to listen to their stuff. Yeah, like one guy was just gave me some toot in the chat. He's like, "All right, man, like I'm doing it for free." I did put now, if you want to skip the line, send me a little donation. We'll get you at the top of the line. So you got every opportunity to get your music heard. But other than that, it's free. You know? Because only thing I'm getting out is people are checking out the stream. You know? I'm getting to make some content with what I film. People are weird. I don't know. You're weird. You're very weird. What can I say? You're very strange. You're very strange. Very weird. But yeah, Haxie, so I switched back to the iPhone as my webcam. So stream-wise, it looks really clean. But also what I've had to do is record from the phone as well, so I have a clean regular video from the phone as if it was filming, hitting record on the iPhone. But I figure out a way around that too. So I have the stream video, which you're seeing, which looks really nice. I'm very pleased with it, and I'm seeing it on the websites too, like Twitch and all that. It looks really good, so I'm very happy about that. Audio sounding clean, as we were saying before, which is great. And yeah, I'm very pleased with how everything's looking right now. The only thing I need is one of those podcasting mics. You know what I'm talking about? Like those. I think they're a little pricey, if you ask me. But you see everybody using them. You know what I'm talking about, Haxie. I'll show it to you guys because we got time. It's this microphone. If it pulls up here on Amazon.net.org. No, not the Yeti mic. You'll when it pulls up here, I'll show you what it looks like. You'll know what I mean, because every time you see like an IG or a TikTok of someone on a podcast or whatever, they're using this, and then some of the music producers, singers will be using this one. It's this mic right here. It's a Shure mic SM7B. Why is the internet so slow? Yeah, Shure SM7B, this bad boy right here. It's pricey. It's $439, you know? It sounds good, obviously, for music and for podcasts, sounds good, but it's kind of pricey. For this price, truthfully, I would just upgrade my recording mic, because I want this mic. Okay, this one's much more expensive, but like I'd probably get this bad boy in black because the black looks hard. Yeah. So this one's twice as much. This is TLM 103 Neumann, but actually there's a model prior to that that's actually a little closer to that podcasting mic. It's called the TLM 102. This guy. So that's a little bit closer, 651 for that mic. So this would be the mic I would probably get, because streaming's fun and good, but it's more important for me to have good that's more important for me to have good recording microphone. Podcast / streaming is fine, like fine with you listening to it. You can hear me, it's fine. If I had the choice for both, I'd do both. Let's be honest, but that'd be the thought. That's insane. 3/4 of my paycheck. Jeez, I know. Some of these mics are very expensive. Like there's this one, U87. Look at this microphone. Here's one for $3,700, $3,500. These are expensive, man. Now, all your favorite music that you listen to, they're probably using microphones like this, but not all of them. You know? So because like there's alternatives too. So like U87 is a very well-known Neumann mic, same brand as the one I was just showing you, right? But there are alternatives that are much more, you know, reasonably priced. Like this is the Warm Audio brand. This is their version of that microphone. Is it going to sound the exact same? Probably not, but is it going to approximate? Yeah, you know. So something like this would be good to have, you know. The other one, this one's crazy. You want to see a crazy? Oops. Let me spell it right. Damn. It's not even on here. It's not even on Amazon. I typed in the wrong number. 900. It's actually 800. Here we go. Look at this. Sony C800G condenser microphone. Look at the price on that. Can you see it? Dude, that's like the price of somebody's car, bro. Now, the Sony C800G is an industry standard. If you got a legit big time studio, this is going to be in your mic locker, you know? And artists, especially big artists, are going to be asking, hey, do you have a Sony C800G at your studio? If you do not have this, they're not going to record there. And we're talking big time artists, label artists, you know, they're going to ask if you have this, you know? And if you don't, then they're not going to come to your studio. So, you know, that's the going rate. It's crazy, man. So, but there are ways around it. Maddie, what do you mean? Well, Haxie, this is how we get around it. I'm going to pull up Logic. We'll pull up a recording track, right? This is our recording track for now. And I'm going to pull up this plugin. Which one do you have in your studio? I have a cheapy mic. This is Audio Technica AT2020. Very cheap, like $100. But I've recorded albums. I've recorded so many people with it, and they love how it turns out. So, you know, obviously you want a great mic, but sometimes you're constrained to budget. So you find what works for you and you try to make it work. So, but the way we get around it, check this out. I pull up this app or this plugin here on Logic. I'm going to show it to you. Give it a moment to load. This is a plugin called Mic Mod. This is from Antares. Same people who do Autotune. If you guys know Autotune, the plugin, this is the same company, Antares. This is what we call a microphone modeler. So what this means is we put the plugin on, and if you see here, we have a choice of all these different mic companies. And so let's look at that Sony mic, and look here, Sony C800G. Boom. So now it's not the same. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not the same, right? But it'll get our what we're recording closer to what a Sony C800G would sound like. How about that? Okay? Check this out. This is the next step of this. I'm using an Audio Technica AT2020. And this is the source mic side and the modeled mic side. So the modeling, we want to model it after a Sony C800G. The source mic, we're going to make it the Audio Technica AT2020. Boom, right there. So now, specifically, I'm recording into my AT2020. That plugin knows it's the AT2020, so it's setting up a certain way so when it goes into the Sony C800 modeled side, it even gets a more accurate depiction of what a Sony C800G would sound like when I'm recording. How sick is that, dude? So, is it like buying the $15,000 microphone? Sounding like it? No. Let's be completely honest, no. But are we getting closer? Actually, we're getting a little bit closer. And do we want to do just like a test and see what that kind of sounds like? I think that'd be a good idea, since we don't have anyone sending any music. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the microphone. We're going to turn off the background music. Dawn, yeah, go ahead and send something in. Do you see the information at the top? DM mattymakinmusic or mattymakinmusic@gmail.com. And then just let me know in the chat when you do. We'll pull it up. So I'm going to switch to this mic. Now you can hear me. We'll turn that on. Check, check, check. So no plugins. The only thing you're hearing right now is my voice. So instead of me talking and doing it, I'm going to record myself talking. Maybe I'll sing a little something, and then we'll do a little A-B. Let's leave it off currently. Check, check, check. Hello, hello. I need to change the thing here. Sing What Do You Do? Get out of here. No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that bullshit. No one wants to hear that bullshit. Get the hell out of here. All right. Gonna mute the stream mic. Check, check, check. Now it's just my voice going through Logic, right? So we'll turn off the click track. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. All right. So we got our recording there. Let's pull it back. So I'm going to just clip this so it's a little closer. And we'll put it on repeat. Turn off. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. All right. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. All right. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. All right. Check. There we go. Sorry. Thank you. That's giving us more shininess, more high end, more presence to the vocal simply by using the mic modeler. Like I said, is it exactly the C800? Are you paying $15,000 for it? No. But we're not paying $50,000 and we're getting a sound that's closer, and that's the best we can hope for. You know what I mean? You get a good recording, chat, with a pretty good microphone. You could do a lot with it on the mix phase and not have to be EQing and compressing and do all this stuff. If you get it right the first time when you get it in, you're in good shape. Makes things easier for your producers and your mixers. Yeah. I like this. I have this on my chains. I have this built in my chains. So I'll show you guys this stuff a little bit later. I'll show you what I do, because my home studio, what you're seeing here, I have this kind of hardware. I got controllers, I got keyboards, I got a bass over here on the left, I got guitars, I got that stuff, but I don't have a lot of recording hardware. Number one, recording hardware is expensive. Microphones are expensive, you know? So we make do with what we can, and I'll show you a couple things after we listen to the Dawn song that I do in studio that helps us achieve that sound. So, ooh, I sound like I know what I'm doing sometimes. What? What? What the heck? All right, we got an email. You said email, correct? Yeah, this I sent and recorded about 30 minutes, an hour ago. So this is a brand spanking new. We got new music. We love it. It might be in my spam. Let me check that, Dawn. Give me just a hot second. That's not it. Let's refresh the email, see what's up. This is just background music for now. This is on someone else's beat. I normally make my own. Okay, no problem. No problem. Let's just make sure I actually have it downloaded. Give me a hot second. You do know what you're doing. I kind of know what I'm doing. At least I pretend. And sometimes that's enough. Right, chat? Sometimes it's enough, baby. Keep it basic. Keep it super simple. Like, there's obviously a lot of stuff beyond what we're doing here and what I even do, right? But if you keep it simple and stick to the fundamentals, you'll be able to achieve great sound that works for the song. Because at the end of the day, we're doing what just works for the song. We're not trying to go above and beyond. We're just trying to serve the music. And I think that gets lost, man. I think that gets lost in production. I think that gets lost in the recording. And I think that gets lost in the songwriting. I think that gets lost in the mix. It's just like doing way too much. You know what I mean? So I think it's something to really consider. And that may be kind of considered a bit of a philosophical thought on how music is created, but I think it's really important to keep it simple, stupid. That's from The Office. Keep it simple, stupid. All right, chat, here we go. We got The Don Made It. This is on someone else's beat, he said, but I normally make mine, not a problem. He said he just recorded it, so let's take a listen. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear it. This one's called Real Life Pain. Uploaded 13 minutes ago, so he wasn't lying. He made this literally just an hour ago. So here we go. Let's take a listen. Real Life Pain, The Don Made It. Make sure you follow him on SoundCloud. I would follow, but I'm not signed into my account, so let me sign in my account after this.
Come on, we'll be all alone.
I'm so fucked up. I need to get that money up, yeah. Just keep smoking, I'll bring out the pain, yeah. I don't even know what the fuck you're saying. Get the fuck on my face, I can't even breathe. Just get the fuck on my way, just leave, please. Leave, please. Yeah, you wouldn't understand the pain even if you knew what I'm saying. That's my real life pain, so stay on my lane. Definitely not no game, yeah. My brain's fucked up. I need to get some blunts, get that money up. I've been stuck in my head, I can't find no peace. Demons in my ear, they don't ever let me sleep. Life moving fast, but my heart feels froze. Trying to play my cards right with a deck full of lows. Every day's a fight just to make it through. And I don't got trust, so I don't trust you. You wouldn't understand the pain even if you knew what I'm saying. That's my real life pain, so stay on my lane. Definitely not no game, yeah. Definitely not no game. I guess I'll stay in my lane.
Ending with that radio phone voice, very cool.
The pain.
That was Real Life Pain by The Don Made It. Thank you for sharing that, buddy. Just recorded this an hour ago. Excellent. I like your vibe. Is this Don, is this the kind of style of your beats as well? Kind of that guitar riffy kind of beats, or you just like this beat for this particular song? Just that was just a thought. What I would say is, in regard to your vocal chain, I actually kind of like the clarity in your voice. I think it sounds pretty dang good. What I would do is maybe a bit of adjustment on the verb, because it's feeling a bit overtaking with all the vocals and the music. So to kind of sharpen that up, not sharpen in frequency, but just kind of tighten it up. I think I never can make that type of beat. That's why I use someone else's. I got you. But I think there's a way you could tighten up that reverb to get it even a little bit more fitting with the song. So let me show you. Since I don't have your track, we can't do it with your track, but we do have a vocal right here.
Check.
Right.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So the idea would be with our vocal, you have a vocal set, right? You have a vocal track, right? I know some people will put their reverb here on the track like this. So here, see, I have the reverb.
Check. 1, 2, 3.
And what's nice with this reverb, like Valhalla Vintage, I can pull the mix down so you can hear more of the original vocal.
Check. 1,
Right?
2, 3.
So you can hear the original vocal in
5.
there.
Amazing grace.
So that's one way to do it, right? And you can make your adjustments there. Another way to do it, which I prefer doing because I have a little bit more control of how much reverb is happening, is I'll create a send here. And same thing in Pro Tools, same thing over in Ableton, and a lot of other DAWs you can do this too. You create a send, which basically takes the signal and doubles it onto a different track, right? That's what I use. So you're doing a send, right? On the send, and this is something I try to get a habit into, I name it number 1 right off the bat. Number 2, we'll use our same reverb, right? And we'll do some adjustments on the reverb here as well. So I'll show you what that looks like. So since we are bussing it, and it's a whole second channel, right, with the vocals, and the Don, you may be already doing all this, but I want to show the chat regardless, so people can see this process. We're sending this signal, right? This signal with our C800G plugin, right, which is sweet. No compression, no EQ yet, but we would, that'd be part of the process too. But we're kind of skipping straight to the reverb. Since we are doubling this literally and creating a channel with the vocals, right? Because if I were to just mute the Valhalla, you're gonna notice if I put this at 100%,
Check.
very loud,
1, 2, 3,
muted.
4, 5.
See how it gets so much louder?
Amazing grace, how sweet.
So we're literally taking that signal, doubling it, right? So now there's 2 of my voice going to the output, which you guys are hearing on the stream, right? I'm going to bring that volume back down just for now. We're going to make some adjustments. Pre-delay, we're going to set a little bit faster, right? Essentially, pre-delay is when the reverb starts. So 2.91 milliseconds after the signal hits the reverb chain is when you hear the reverb start. So pretty quick. Decay is how long it's going to be, so we're going to actually set that a little bit slower or shorter, right? About 250. We'll start there, and then you can always adjust. I kind of leave this stuff by itself, but these are all for changing up the vibe and the sound. You can even change the size of the room, how it feels. Early reflections, late reflections, you can adjust that as well. So that's stuff that's available right here on this reverb. Not all reverbs have these, but this one does. But I do like to adjust the EQ of the reverb, and this is kind of what I was getting at for your material. It may be wise, if you're not already doing this, to find a place where the reverb can sit EQ-wise in your mix. I start around 600 to about 10,000, having cuts there, and I do that on the EQ. I go the extra step, though, chat, because Maddie sometimes likes going the extra step. Does that sound messed up? It sounds sus. I have an EQ before it even hits the reverb channel. So you can see EQ and then the reverb, right? So I already have the EQ set for 600, and I got the slope set at 24. Or the low end cut, the high end cut set at 10,000 with a 24 dB slope. Not only that, I have a little 1 dB kind of dip right here at 2000 hertz. So what that's doing is it's kind of focusing our reverb in one part of the frequency spectrum, right? So now let's hear. I'm gonna over exaggerate the reverb so you can hear the difference, and then we'll set it a little bit more what you would probably have it in a mix, right? So here's the reverb set at the highest input, so you can just hear everything.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And here's
5.
without.
Amazing grace.
With.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
All right, let's start pulling it back.
Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch.
And depending on the song and how much of that reverb vibe, you could push more and more.
Right. Check, check, check.
Right.
1, 2.
So that's just kind of shaping our reverb a little bit more, getting it out of the way of the instrumental, getting out of the way of the voice, right? Let's do something else. Let's go another step. Let's add a compressor after the reverb. So we have the EQ before, getting the shape going into the reverb. The reverb, we have some settings set, and then the compressor, we're going to set to a side chain, right? Not only that, we're going to also go and create another send right here in our vocal track. This send, I'm doing stereo out because we don't want to hear that double. I'm going to explain this in a second. We're also going to set that to 0, and we're going to set it to pre-fader. So essentially, pre-fader means any kind of changes I do on the fader won't affect what's going to this double send we did for bus 11. So if I were to lower the volume, the audio would still be going into bus 11 regardless. We aren't going to hear it, and this is why. We don't want to hear that audio. All we want to do is send it into this compressor so the compressor reacts to what it's hearing. So we go into bus 11, right? And so now the sidechain is going to react to whatever is happening in the vocal, right? And it's going to push down the volume of the reverb when the vocal happens. Why is this important? Then you don't have the reverb covering up the vocal. It's creating this space for the vocal to fit in between the reverb tails. So let's mute it. We'll mute our compression, right? And let's hear without compression. And then let's hear if we can hear the vocal clear up once I turn up the compression.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace.
Okay. Now with.
Check, check, check. 1, 2.
So we're not hearing it
3,
because it's not
4,
reacting to our
5.
vocal. So we're going to push it a little bit more.
Amazing grace. How sweet the.
Now, do I have it set to the correct stuff? Because I'm not even seeing it react here.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace. How.
Bus 11. Yeah, that's bus 11.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
All right.
Check, check, check. 1, 2.
Doesn't seem to be working properly. I got by my own method.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. All right, check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Check, check.
Yeah,
check.
it's not hitting it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that.
Oh, I know why. There we go.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
That's off. On.
That saved a wretch like me. Check, check.
Let me over exaggerate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing grace.
So you hear the reverb dropping down in volume, and then it kind of comes back once the vocal stops.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now that's a little too much. I'm aiming for maybe closer to 5 to 6, somewhere in this range.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's subtle,
5.
but it's giving that vocal just a little bit more. It's giving that vocal just a little more room to work within that reverb.
That saved a wretch like me. All right, check, check, check.
Without,
1, 2, 3, 4.
you can
5.
hear how that reverb from the words before are trailing over.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
It makes such a difference. It really does. It makes such a difference to give our vocal more space and room within that reverb, which is still giving us those beautiful tails
3,
at the end of
4,
line.
5. Amazing.
But the vocal's still up
how
front and punchy
sweet the sound
without being
that
drowned out by the
saved
reverb.
a wretch like me.
So that's what we have on the reverb. We got a EQ shaping it. We got the reverb itself doing its thing. You set your parameters for your reverb here. And then we have a sidechain compressor pushing down that reverb every time the vocal hits, giving it room so it's not drowned out by the reverb. What does this remind you of? This reminds you of this. When I have the background music's dropping out when I'm talking. It's the exact same process. But since the effect is with the reverb, we're getting the reverb out of the way so when the vocal's hitting, you can hear the vocal clearly. And then it reverbs when there's no vocal happening, giving it that idea and that sound of having space within the song. So that's awesome, man. But Dawn, thank you for sharing. I would say if you're not trying some of these things, give it a shot and see if that kind of lets your vocals sit even nicer in the mix. Because the chain itself sounded good. The vocal's nice and clear. It was popping. But I could tell that reverb was kind of tailing and sitting on top of all your vocals, which we do like reverb in there 100%. But we want to hear your vocals more. That's, your lyrics. That's the most important thing. The reverb is there as an effect. That's what we call it an effect. We're affecting it, but we want it to support what your vocal is doing. We don't want it taking over what your vocal is doing. At least in this case, I think. Once again, that's a mixing decision. That's a decision you as an artist. Maybe you want that vocal to be verby and crazy, and maybe not exactly hear everything you're saying, and that's cool too. But I think in most cases, artists want their vocals to be upfront, heard, and the lyrics heard. And this just gets us another step closer to that. So, the Dawn made it. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate it. Hopefully that was interesting / educational. But I mean, what was crazy was with the C800 mic modeler and the reverb, it's like that vocal could be ready to go for a record. Obviously needs a little bit more compression, but that gets us a lot closer. That's kind of what we were saying. It's just like, get us closer, you know? But yeah, we're vibing. We'll stay on for another 10 minutes or so, get a vibe. And then we gotta head out. I gotta get ready to go to the studio. So if I was doing this recording, right, I had to bump this up 7 dB. So what I should have done was, when I was recording it, turn off mic mod, turn these off for just a moment. I should have been gaining this up a little bit so I could hit about -10 on the meter here on the right. So I should have been like, let me just mute that. Check, 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 check. You see how it spiked right there? So I pull it back a little bit more. Check, 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 check. Hey, 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 check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Three, 4, 5. 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a... I try to keep it in that little green area right over there. -10 dB is usually what I'm aiming for. Sorry, my mic was muted. But so if I'm testing, if I'm getting ready to record someone, I have them run through the verse, maybe a chorus of their song, right? So when I'm recording them and I see that it's hitting right around 10, I'm getting a good signal, right? That I won't have to adjust the gain after the fact, right? I won't have to clip gain it as much, if any at all. Not only that, -10, -6 is about volume-wise what we want going into the plugins, so we can maximize the plugins and optimize the plugins' usefulness. So the plugin is getting enough signal, so it's actually making it sound like, in this case, a C800G, or into a compressor, getting the optimal volume going into the compressor, or into an EQ, or into any other kind of effects. So we're getting the best version of what that plugin can do for that vocal or instrument. So, something to think about. We'll switch over to the stream mic. All right. So we got Got a couple more minutes here. See if anyone else wants to send anything in. If not, we're going to hop off so I can get ready for the studio. Studio.
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
Let's use the bathroom. We'll be right back.
Reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. Weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes. My weakness echoes in my soul. Oh, it echoes in my soul. My weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes.
All right. So we are vibing. Probably gonna stay on for another minute or two. See if anyone else wants to submit a song for me to listen to. Like I said, you know, Feedback Friday is free, and if it ends up starting getting busy, that's when you'd want to send a donation, skip the line. But right now, you get in, I'll listen to it, whatever. And give you some feedback. We just listened to Don Made It, his song, and he just recorded. It sounded pretty dang good. I had a little bit of feedback on the reverb he had on it, the reverb effect, and kind of went over a little thing I do with reverbs, and I think it helps a lot. So, you know, that's the kind of feedback we're giving. You know? If there's something musically, I'll let you know. If there's something about the vocals or the singing, let you know. If there's something about the mix, I'll let you know. You know? I'm not gonna be mean about it. I'm just gonna say what I'm hearing. I don't want to be on here and be mean, you know? At least that's my thought. But, all right, cool. Let's close up shop. Close up shop. Let's get out of here. Take it back to the main screen. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. I really do. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday with another stream. Making more music. Working on music. Doing that deal. And hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for hanging. We'll catch you later. Peace.
taken by the words that you say. The voice that carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you